learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. All right, let's welcome our spiritual directors, Reverend Doctors Patrick and Rita.
Can we clap for you? Here we are. Happy almost New Year. Yeah. And then also, this is the last Sunday of 2024. Did we have more in 2024? More of what is you're asking? Yeah. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We also want to welcome everyone who's online. And I know that Candy, and I love saying her last name, is watching right now. Candy Barr, welcome, welcome. So there's a whole bunch of people watching, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
So let's take a deep breath together. Oh, Kyle, if you can play gently in the background. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the beautiful land that we stand on that is so sacred. I'm grateful for each and every person here who has showed up and for this time that we have together to express spirit, to express that power and that presence, God, that moves through us. So I know that this time together is absolutely flowing from the highest point of view through each of us as that beautiful, amazing love that we are. So I just bless this time, I give thanks for it, and I just let it be. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is. So, opening song.
Kyle and Luis.
Gonna climb that hill behind my house, see what this place is all about. 'Cause from above it all you can't help but say it's gonna be a beautiful day. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day. So let me hear you say, ooh, my mind, I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you said? Let's not forget that we're alive. Gonna turn my enemies into friends. What's broken yet stronger when it mends. When we all come together, this song will play. We'll say it's a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, ooh, my mind, we're learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. My mind, we're learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive.
Thank you, Kyle and Luis.
Mahalo,
thank you.
mahalo.
Thank you. So,
before we go on anywhere, I want to say thank you to all those who came out on Tuesday and for all of those that supported that wonderful candlelight service. We've been getting a lot of messages about how beautiful that was when we came together on Tuesday for the candlelight. So thank you all.
Thank you. So before we go any further, I want to turn to our vision statement. And let's say it together, and then I have something to say about it. So, awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. So, there's some questions about what that really means. And what if we were to say that there was nothing that was in the world that wasn't God? That everything was God. Whatever that means to you, that power, that presence, that divine love, there is not anything from a flower to a bug to you to me to the cosmos to the stars to everything comes from that energy, that source, that loving intelligence, that creative force. So if that's the case, then we would all be one, right? Because we're all coming from the same energy, no matter what. And then our individuality, if you want to call it that, individualization, I like that word better, is basically our point of consciousness in all of that. But it's not separate from it. I think Rumi said it best when he said, you know, we're an ocean in a drop. We're not a drop in an ocean. We're an ocean in a drop. So every part of ourselves, our body, our minds, our hearts, our soul, comes from that energy, that source. So I just wanted to share that today. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So this month, and this is our last opportunity to awaken, because we have been reawakening all month, have we not? Yeah. So today might be that day, this moment might be the moment to wake up. So we have a affirmation, and it says, I reawaken to my deepest, no. I awaken to my deepest intuition. I awaken to my deepest intuition. One more time. I awaken to my deepest intuition.
Yeah, and what's your intuition? It's God knowing itself through you. It's you. That's your deepest intuition. Thank you. So, that being said, I brought my text today so that we could pick a page to explain what the science of mind is, or at least try to do that. So I'm 26 to, I'm going up to 411 today. 26, I think it's 411.
Timmery's hand went up first.
Hold on. Actually, 26 to 423.
She's already got a number
Timmery,
in mind.
go ahead. 111, okay.
You'll get the
Hopefully
next
I'll be able to
question.
read it. I should bring my glasses.
You'll get the
up
paragraph.
Here. Okay, 111.
Thank you, Timmery.
Hopefully I can see one
It's
more.
like
Okay,
in school,
so 1,
she was like
2,
this. I saw it at the
3,
teacher's.
4. How about a paragraph 1, 2, or 3?
How about 1?
Wait, what?
3. You know what?
Who said it
you know
first?
What? This is how it works in a world. Timmery had her hand up. She was next, so it's 3. I didn't know this would turn into negotiations, but hey, it's cool.
Oh, you're going to love this one. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Oh, boy, I'm going
read
to have to
ahead.
do some deep explaining on this one. We said 1, right? 1, okay. All right, here it goes. Get ready. This is like a science of mind class. We do not say that man cannot sin. What we say is that he does sin or make mistakes, and he is thereby automatically punished as long as he continues to make mistakes. But bondage is not real to the universe, and sin is not real to God. Listen to that carefully. This does not mean that we can do whatever we wish with disregard for the consequences, nor does the fact that we are punished for our mistakes mean that there is an evil power in the universe. It does mean that there is an immutable law of cause and effect running through everything. We are not punished for our sins, but by them. Sin is its own punishment, and righteousness is its own reward. I love that line because Joe Dispenza actually copied that line. We are not punished for our sins, but by them. So, sins. What are sins? They're not like things like you did bad behavior type of thing in the science of mind. What they are is times that you separated yourself from God, times that you thought less of someone else or yourself or your life or anything like that, because when it says God does not know sin, it's saying that this consciousness, this power, this loving presence doesn't know anything but love. That's what it knows. So anything that if we're having a problem in our life or whatever, usually, and we know, I've been through it, I've been punished by my own sins and my own mistakes, my own things that I did that weren't in alignment with who I truly was. Then I lived like a miserable whatever based on that. But the beauty of it is that you can turn it in any moment, because it's not like you're destined to be that. You get the opportunity to turn it around in any single solitary moment by thinking a new thought, by acting in a new way. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So it's not meant to make you feel bad about yourself. It's meant to understand that we're totally responsible for our lives, and that this loving presence, this loving energy is not thinking about us in any other way besides the way we think about ourselves, if that makes sense. Anyway, come to class on the 23rd, and we'll further discuss it. That was a heavy one. Thank you, Timmery.
And chapter 3. That was 3. So, who is here for the very first time and not afraid to just go like that? I know Carlos. See, I even know his name. Okay, so, and we have someone here, and we have anyone else? Okay, here's the good news. You thought we didn't know anything about you, but we do. And we're going to share it with everyone, but they've already been given the answer. So shall we let them know what we know about them? You are magnificent. And that's the one thing about this shy man from Arizona. He already knows he's magnificent. Do you know you're magnificent? You do now, don't you? That's great. So we know that about you because we discovered that about ourselves. And if we take a moment to just remember who I am and that we are that spirit, that loving presence that is working through each and every one of us, then when we look out at you, we see magnificence because we found it in ourselves. So let's do this. Put our hand on our heart if we feel it, and we say, I am magnificent. We don't want to be selfish about this. I think we should join together with this. Let's go to the we world, shall we? We are magnificent. Oh. And not only Candy Bar, but a whole bunch of other people are watching on that camera right there. And they are waiting for us with their coffee and their feet up and all comfortable in their jammies. Let me just tell you something. We're going to let you know who you are. You are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look. Just tell somebody how wonderful they are. You are wonderful.
Are you good at explaining that?
Huh? Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, if I was pitching, I'd walk out.
All right.
He's next to me. All right.
Oh. So let's turn our attention back here as.
So now let's bring the one,
and
the only, the only, and I mean that, Melissa Mojo, to give us some added blessings for this day.
And also invite Kyle and Louise to come back up and be ready for their song. Where are they?
They're here. They're not going anywhere.
I like flow. Let's go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa. I still have my mojo working. It's getting better. So 3 days, we have a new year. And so this is the time of year that we take stock and as to what we've accomplished, and we think about what we resolve to do in the coming year. And so I just wanted to really focus on peace for this blessing. As we contemplate what we want, I invite us all to be at peace and know that this wonderful presence is alive in us. And I just wanted to read some quotes from Ernest Holmes, who reminds us that when we are confused and trying to go in 40 directions at once, which is the most psychologically and physiologically disintegrating and devastating thing anyone can do, we should turn definitely from the confusion and tune into ourselves. Then come to the realization of a divine presence and the strength and stability of its inward peace. The peace that is within you is not something separate from God. It is not something that bombards you from without. This peace is something that expands from within. Always this peace has been in you. Always this peace has nestled at the center of your being, ready to reveal its perfection and harmony. Peace stands at the door of your consciousness and awaits your acceptance of it. However, it does not stand outside your door, waiting for entrance, so much as it stands inside, waiting to be expressed in everything you do. The peace at the center of your being can be felt throughout the day, and in the cool of the evening when you have turned from your labor and the first star shines in the soft light of the sky. It broods over the earth quietly, tenderly, as a mother watches over her child. Peace is at the center of your own soul. It is the very being of your being. So whenever I am ruffled by things in my life that disturb my peace, I find comfort in this song that I learned many years ago, which I'd like to share with you. Within the stillness of the mountain valley, within the silence of the desert night, within the forests and their secret places, I make my home and burn with quiet light. Within your soul, I move and make my dwelling. My name is peace, my task to set things right. When you were young, I lived as your companion. When you did play, I stayed all day with you. When in the end you laid yourself to slumber, I dwelt beside you and your soul renewed. And now at last, if you will turn to meet me, I'll come again. My peace will dwell with you. My peace will dwell with you. Mahalo, mahalo, for the gift of life, which is full of love, light, joy, and peace within the oneness. And so it is. Namaste and hau'oli makahiki ho. Happy New Year.
Nava Hayaku ika aina Ilauhoi mai nava Hayaku ika aina Wahanai ke aluia Muai ke aluia Uahanai ke aluia E holo muai ke aluia E lauhoi mai na waa Pai aku i ka aina Loi mai na wa Vai aku I ka aina O kahi ka I lau like a O kahi I li vai o ka like E lau lima pukako E lau lima pukako A holo no I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka. Yeah, let's all sing. I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka. Don't stop. I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka. Loi mai na wa ai aku I ka aina mai na wa ai aku I ka aina I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka I ke ka.
That's beautiful, thank you. I was watching a stream in the front row, rowing, and paddling. I can't even get that right. Cars, sports, what's going on here? But yeah, but I like that because there's a rhythm about paddling or rowing, as I call it. And the reason I love this song is because in relationships of any kind, I always believe that sometimes you can row and sometimes you cannot. Sometimes we row together and sometimes we do not row together. And what's beautiful about it, and I'll just speak from my own personal relationship, the one thing that I know that I'm married to is a definite rower. And she rose from that incredible internal place that says, we're all in this together. And that's the way I want to look at our new year as we go into it as a center, as an Institute of Magnificence, that we actually go in rowing together, which we always do, or paddling if you're in his boat. So that was just it. A lot of people don't always hear the meaning behind the song. And so today, I am awake. That is the talk title. But am I really awake? That's the question I ask myself. And this is an interesting time of the year for me because I like to take stock of what it is to be awake. It's nice to use these wonderful flowery words, I'm awake, I'm awake. But what does that really mean to us? And sometimes it means something individually, does it not? For me, what I'm learning about being awake is really being aware, to be fully aware, and to be totally present. And if you think that's an easy thing to do, I'd like to actually talk with you and get some of your tips, because to be totally present, I did it this morning. While I was ironing the shirt, I just said, instead of being all the way all in the shower or whatever, but I was in the shower, not that we need that visual, but I was in the shower, and here's the thing. I could feel the bottoms of my feet touching the surface. That's present. And I'm not there a lot of times, folks, because I got other things going on. I am manipulating my world like you wouldn't even believe at times, micromanaging it all, until I take that moment to say, no, I am present as spirit. I'm not going to solve another problem with the same thing that created it. I'm going to take this power that I know is mine, and I am using it. And that's all we're expected to do on a moment-to-moment, a practice-to-practice moment. So I have a friend, his name is Curtis C. He lives in, I don't know where he lives, Alabama, I believe, somewhere out there. And he told me this, and it stuck with me 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. He used to talk about his grandma, Miss Minerva, little southern Miss Minerva. And he lived with her, and she raised him, and she would wake up every morning come in to where he was sleeping, and she would say, "Rise and shine. It's time to meet your greatness." I don't know how you all woke up, but I'm going to tell you, I thought I might be great, but I didn't have my mom walking in going, "Rise and shine." I had her go, "We're going to be late for school, and I'm going to be at work at 8 o'clock. And then, so it wasn't quite that dramatic, but rise and shine. Rise and shine. It's time to meet your greatness. It's time to be who you truly are. It's time to stop acting small. What did they say? I heard this man the other day was talking, and he said, "We are the source of life. We're the source of God. Why would we be acting any other way? Why would we pretend," and I do mean pretend, "to just be human and the small, not a cosmic force at all? Why would we do that? I don't know, and that's something for us all to look at." I used to have a very, very interesting relationship with sleep. I was not a fan of sleep. And it really got me thinking today, because we're talking about being awake. But sometimes we have to find out what is our relationship with rest and sleep and all of that stuff. So I'm going to let you know a little chronological little date for Patrick where he went on. So as a little kid, I was afraid to sleep because it was not safe. I get it now. I had to stay awake and alert. That is not healthy, I am awake. That means that you are on constant alert for something happening. And some of us live that way today for whatever reason, wherever one is at, right? So I looked at that and I said, okay, well, let's really look at, because I had, all the way up until maybe my 30s, I had a horrible judgmental thing about sleeping. I thought sleeping was lazy. You could be doing another job while you're sleeping. When I was a young man, I didn't want to sleep then because I was afraid of missing out on something. I was very afraid, that FOMO, I believe they call it nowadays. I didn't want to sleep. And my mom, I remember my mom saying, "Come on, Patrick, just get some rest, sleep. You got school, you got this and that." And I would say, "I have plenty of time to sleep when I'm dead." And she would be like, "He is bold. That kid is bold." So I went down this line and I went, how can you have this feeling about sleep? And a guy at the gym yesterday said to me, I said, "How you feeling?" Because he's kind of recovering. He goes, "No, I'm napping all the time, man." I go, "Well, that's good. Nap's good." I said, "I love a 20-minute power nap." "No, I sleep like 2 hours." And I could hear the little bell going off. Judge, 2-hour nap? I said, "That's sleeping." That's what we went to bed for the 2 hours. And then he was laughing. He goes, I've always loved sleep. I said, then just embrace it. Embrace it. So it goes on to say, but we're here to talk about I am awake. So now, where am I in my life now? I love sleep. It's a precursor, as I put it, to being totally awake, alive, and aware. And I know that feeling, and sometimes when I can't sleep, it's very, very interesting to me because my thoughts are going all over the place. And now, these days, it's been very hard for me to sleep, but not because I'm worried, because I'm becoming very alive. And it's always at 3 o'clock in the morning. Good old Wayne Dyer would let us know a little bit about him waking up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I thought to myself, wow, and I thought, this world, I feel so expanded right now. I feel like there is such potentiality for all of us to wake up to the greatness, as Miss Minerva would say. So, this is my new motto. I hide nothing from myself, and I let nothing pass me by. I don't want to miss any more golden moments by being in a future moment or being in my past. Does that make sense? Yeah. Is it easy? It's simple idea, but is it easy? No. That's what I think people get simple and easy confused. Because it is a simple concept, but you have to work it. So I don't want to leave you on this wonderful pre-New Year's without giving you a little bit of, I said it on Christmas Eve, you are not too old to start over. You are too old to keep doing what is not working. And it always bears repeating. You are not too old to start over. You are too old to keep doing what is not working. And guess what happens when you realize you're doing it? You just start over again. Just start again. Don't throw it out. Like I have a tendency sometimes when I'm working on a project, if it doesn't work out, I'm trying to lose weight, do whatever it is. The minute I go off of it for a minute, I go, oh, that's it, I'm done. I'm going, the feeling. It's like you're trying to be, the minute you go off, because I'm one of those, I want to go straight forward with it. But I'm going to give you a couple of things to work on. While you're floating in the quantum field. The first one's going to be this. Now, I'm going to use the word want. So everybody, I'm going to change your tape for you because a lot of people say, I don't like to want because it means you're going after it. But for the sake of Natalie Reed, who wrote the book Quantum Life, because I nabbed this from her. And it blew me away, and it was so life-changing for me. And it said, so what do you want? Now, in every session I have, we talk. Do we not, those who have been with me? And then finally I say, what do you require? What are we really here for? Because we're all like, you're doing the dance. And then finally, at the end, it's like, wow, that's what we're here for. Now the light is on. I am awake. So the first question you say to yourself, now it's the third part of this that's exciting. So hang with me. The first one is, what do you want? What do you require? How do you want to live? How do you want to feel? How do you want to love? How do you want to praise this incredible, incredible thing called our lives? We woke up this morning. Wasn't that fabulous? I was thinking of the alternative. I don't want to right at this particular time. So what do you want? So get your little journals out, not now, but what do you want? Then it's, let's unlock the why, baby. Why do you want it? I was with somebody who's going through some really stuff physically. And I remember some of my training, the question is, I don't want to die. Right? I don't want to die. But the question is, why do you want to live? Why? Oh, that gives me not wanting something doesn't thrill me as much as when I go, I have something. why do I want to live? Does that make sense too? It's not that dying is a bad thing. We know that we're all on that trajectory, but it's not. So unlocking the why you want to do it, and this, you ready? Why do you not want it? Why do you not want it? And I'm going to tell you right now, I heard that third question. I said to Rita, there must be a typo. There's a typo here. Because here's the real deal. Like it or not, you're free of choice. You don't even have to take it in. Why do I not want it? I had to really sit with that. And I said, what is she talking about? If there is something that I require in my life from the very depths of my being, and I want to experience that, live that, love that, be with that, that's my experience, and I don't have it, then there is something in me that needs exploration. Because there's something I don't want. And sometimes it's called the payoff. Sometimes I don't want to have to work that hard. Sometimes I don't want it because I'm scared. Sometimes because I'm going to be on tour, I'm going to have my books, and we're going to be that. And then you start thinking about it a little bit, and you go, that's a lot of attention. And though you think I like attention, I do. But there's also things that are scary. Does that make sense? Why do you not want it? Is your powerhouse. For you to go in, for me to go in and say, this isn't occurring in my life. What part of me is blocking that so that I can get back to the real why of what I want to do? Does that make sense? It doesn't have to. Change my life. Because looking at that question is leading me back home to what I truly desire and truly require. But if I'm avoiding that question, I won't take responsibility for that. I have to take responsibility for a part of me doesn't want it for whatever reason. And then once I just go like this and look at it, I go, oh. So yeah, I'm a real believer in payoffs. That everything I do in my life, there's a payoff. And sometimes that doesn't always feel so good. Because I'm thinking, well, I didn't want that. That's ridiculous. And that's not what we're saying. This isn't a blame game. So I ask and invite us on this wonderful, almost New Year's, is to remember we're not alone. We love getting busy, getting things done, but we're not alone. There's a power. You're here because of that power. You're here because of that. Call it whatever you want. We're here because of that thing called love. Yeah. So I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it only once. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. And let's meet our what? Oh, what? Huh? Oh. So I'm going to have you do, I'm a cheerleader at heart. I am awake. I am alive. I am. And so it is. And I see our baby is in Timothy's arms.
Wide awake, wide awake. I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was in the dark. I was falling hard with an open heart. I'm wide awake. I'm starts so wrong. I'm wide awake, now it's clear to me that everything you see ain't always what it seemed. I'm wide awake, yeah, I was dreaming for so long. Should I do this, what I know now? Wouldn't dive in, wouldn't bow down. Gravity hurts, you made it so sweet, till I woke up on the concrete. I'm falling from cloud nine. I'm crashing from the high. I'm letting go tonight. Yeah, I'm falling from cloud nine. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake, not losing any sleep. I picked up every piece and landed on my feet. I'm wide awake, need nothing to complete myself. No, I'm wide awake. Yeah, I am born again, out of the lion's den. I don't have to pretend that it's too late. Story's over now, the end. Then what I know now, wouldn't dive in, wouldn't bow down. Gravity hurts, you made it so sweet, till I woke up on the concrete. I'm falling from cloud nine. I'm crashing from the high. I'm letting go this time. Falling from cloud nine. Thunder rumbling, castles crumbling. I am trying to hold on. God knows that I tried seeing the bright side, but I'm not blind anymore. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Louise. Wow. Are you awake? It's so weird because I was just sitting there and I have this whole talk planned, and then Spirit just said, get out this text and look at the direct declaration of principles, and I kept trying to not do that and just go, no, I'm going back to my original idea. And it said, no, that's what you're going to do. I don't know. So I'm just going to go with it. I don't have my glasses on, but I think that the reason that is happening to me right now is because I am awake. And I'm kind of like, when I came to this philosophy, science, whatever you want to call it, religion, I like dug deep into it. And I was told some things by my mentor and my teacher about what my true identity was, which is God, Spirit. That's who I am. But I didn't learn that in the classroom. I did learn it in the classroom because I took Science of Mind 100 at least 4 times that I can think of. But I learned it by applying it to life. And it doesn't matter what happens, it still can be applied. So and it's not a matter of blaming yourself for something or saying, where was my consciousness or what is that? But if we're ever evolving and we're ever growing and we're in this, this energy of evolution, of spiritual evolution, then it would have to be that everything that shows up is in our favor. everything that shows up is guiding us to where we have to go deeper. So this weekend, I don't know when it was, we had an encounter that was very disturbing. And it was really disturbing because it kind of came like out of nowhere, and it was violent. It wasn't like a hitting disturbance, but it was like, it was violent in a verbal way. And so, that's right, Quanta, okay. So, it struck us for a while, like, why did this happen, and blah, 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 the stuff you go through. Hi, honey. Okay, you can sit by me. She feels my energy. And that's okay. And then I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I was like, okay, you go to the place of blame, like, oh, what did I do? Am I, a bad person? Did I attract this? Blah, blah, blah. Then I realized that this has been coming up a lot, this kind of thing. And I realized that it's teaching me to not react, to not strike back, to take care of myself and be in integrity and all of that, but to not respond in a way that is very natural for us to do when we feel attacked. We feel like we should just, respond. And that doesn't mean that we don't deny our feelings. It just means that in that moment, the best thing for us to do is to take a deep breath, remember who we are, and if we can't in that moment, just take a deep breath and walk away, right? And that's what I did. And then after it was over, then I started thinking about it, and that's what came to me. And I think it's really true, because I think that for me, this is a time in our evolution where we're learning to love ourselves in a very deep way, and to be a reflection of that love to the people that we encounter in every way, so that we can be that for them too. And so if we can't be it for ourselves, we can't be it for them. And so after it was all said and done, I was able to be compassionate. I was able to send light and love to that person, not to want them back in my life, but to just say, it's okay, it's safe, that's what it's coming from. So I just wanted to share that with you, and how important this teaching is to me, because these are the kind of things that it helps me with. It gives me that discipline that I need to live life in the 3D and be a 5D person, and in a 3D world. And so I am going to, I don't know what Quanta's doing. She's cleaning herself. We'll see if she wants to stay with me. She's been, she's just a kitten. She's been in this like attack mode. So it's like, anyway, I thought I would just share these principles with you, because this is why we have this center. This is what we believe. You don't have to believe it, but you come here and there must be something that you resonate to. But these are the principles, and they're in the front of my science of mind. I don't know if they're in all the sciences of mind, but they are available. So just so you have an idea what you're really getting into here, okay? So the first one is really powerful, and these were written by Ernest Holmes, as far as I know. Right, Diane? Yeah. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existing cause. This one manifests itself in and through all of creation, but it is not absorbed by its creation. It is the manifest universe, is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. So it was what I was saying at the beginning. There's this power. It's indestructible. It can do anything. It's God, whatever that is to you. Some people that might be someone, a person, a man, or whatever. To me, it's the power that created everything and is moving everything and living and breathing through everything, and is who is breathing and living through us. We were here at the beginning. We were here as energy, and we couldn't, God can't know itself if it doesn't have manifestation. Trees and an ocean and us. And so it's powerful. And that's how powerful we are. So that's the first principle. I mean, that one you could just take into life and just think about it, contemplate it, meditate on it, see if you believe it. So, and the second one is we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit, which is what I said before, right? We're all one. We are all coming from that same energy, so we are one. We are one. We might be in different levels of one, but we're all one. We believe in the, I heard that. We believe in the eternality and immortality and continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. So, okay, so we're not finite. We're not just living in this 3D world. We're living in many dimensions at the same time. We are eternal. And quantum science is just starting to teach us over the last few decades what that means to be an interdimensional being, to be eternal, to be experiencing all this stuff at once. That's hard for me, like right now, to wrap my mind around. I'm working on that one, but when I know that I'm eternal, what else do I need to know? That would be something that I would want to wake up to, so that I was never, ever afraid to die, never afraid to lose someone, never afraid of anything, because I would never be lost. So that's one of our principles. And then we believe that heaven is within us, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. Well, even Jesus said that. Heaven is within us. It's not someplace we're going to go to. It's right here, right now. And I know all of us, some of us have experienced hell and heaven right where we are. I know I have. If we're waiting for it somewhere else, we're never going to get there. We got to experience it now, here. And that's what this evolution, I think, is about us finding that heaven within us, finding that peace that Melissa sang about, but no matter what, within us. So, yeah, I like that. I like that I don't have to take a journey or wait for something, that it's actually here. And I can experience hell, or I can experience heaven, just by that. Okay. We believe the ultimate goal of life is complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. That could be misquoted, like, oh, life is just going to be like one peaceful ride down the river, and nothing's going to ever happen to us, and we're going to just, be floating. Oh, yes, life is just wonderful. No, that's not what it means to me. What it means to me, that there won't be discord, means that I'm going to learn, like that situation I had a couple of days ago, I'm going to learn not to take that in with me and create a bigger drama from it. That freedom from all discord means that we're at peace with ourselves, and so that we can face anything at that peace within ourselves. That's what it means to me. Could mean something different to you, but I'm the one up here right now. Okay. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel its indwelling presence. Well, that's just a repetition of saying that, okay, it's right here. It's an indwelling presence, and it's real to us just as we feel it, as we know it. We can only know it for ourselves. We can only know God as we know God. It can't know can't know somebody else's God. We can only know that power, that divine presence, right from our own mind, because it is our own mind and it's moving through our own mind. Okay. Am I getting too deep? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can. I'm going to go deeper. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may be a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. Okay, so that means, like, I'm telling you this stuff right now, but you got to figure it out for yourself. I'm telling you my truth, but it doesn't have to be your truth. You're all can have that, whatever that is to you, that truth. So I happen to have a job right now preaching here, but I mean, there will come a time when people like me are not going to be needed anymore, because we'll be just doing our own thing. But right now, we kind of need a little help to get in touch with that. But that is one of the things where I will not go toward something if I feel like it's taking that away from me. Bless you. That I feel like it's taking that away from me, that idea that I am an intuitor of truth through my soul, through my connection with God. That's mine. I don't get to give that over to somebody else. That's what it means to me. Okay, like I said, you can figure it out for yourself. Okay, we believe in the... Oh no, I already read that one. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by the creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. Okay, so this is what we're talking about, the law that we talk about all the time. So it's receiving the impress of our thought at every single moment. It's receiving it. Whatever's prevalent in our thought is what it's taking and making manifest. But it's not separate from us. It's right here. It's in us. It's our vibratory rate. It's our energy. It's what we're vibrating at is what we're demonstrating. And the more we can lift our consciousness to a higher place and feel that unity, then things change and shift, and that's what happens. But none of it's bad. We're just all living as God at different experiences, whatever they are. What if, like, there's no such thing as evil, or no such thing as an illness or whatever, in that it's bad or good? It's just like our soul's journey. It's our soul's journey. And so, yeah, it makes sense to me. Okay. We believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind. So it's not through our mind, it's through the law. We believe in the healing of the sick. When we speak our word into the field, when we speak our word of healing from pure love, that's what healing is, it's pure love, then that's what's doing the work. We're not doing the work. It's like, we're not doing the work. It's God moving through us that's doing the work. It's the law that's doing the work. So that's the best thing when you're doing a treatment or a prayer. If you can let it go, that's why release is one of our steps. If we can let it go to the law and let the law bring it to us in the way that is best, it will do it. I've seen it happen over and over and over and over, and it's never what we expect it to be, because that universal intelligence knows a lot more than our finite mind can know when we're trying to figure it out. And I see, like, a lot of times when we are, like, trying to fix things in the concrete conditional world, it's a very slow process, and sometimes it doesn't even work. If we can hand it over and surrender, then that's what we're doing. We're surrendering it to that mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. Same thing. We believe, and then to finally say, we believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. That life is good. Life is not meant to be a suffering life. Life is good. The power is good. The way we use it is that's the part that gets off the track. There's only one thing happening, one power. It's good. And we get to, because we have freedom of choice, and that's the gift that we have, we get to choose it. We're not like robots. We get to choose our lives. We get to decide how we want to live our lives. We get to be what we want to be, but we have to believe it, and we have to live it, and we have to let that power come through us. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that the life of all is God. Ernest Holmes, he was a great guy. and there were a lot of great spiritual teachers, beginning with Jesus and before that were telling us the same thing, that the energy, the life is love. That's what it is. The healing of the sick comes through love, not condemnation. It's love. That's the pure power of what we have to work with. So I'm just grateful for this teaching, and I know as I look forward to this new year, I want to just even delve deeper into it. I don't want more experiences like the one I had this week, but if I have to have them in order to go deeper, I guess. But like one of the things that Ernest Holmes did say was the world will come to know that it's learned all it can through suffering. And I totally think that's where we're going. That when we get it, that we don't have to suffer to grow. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, what would it be like to grow through joy? Well, we felt it. Kyle probably feels it when he's doing his music. I know I feel it when I'm writing. or when I'm singing too, like that joy that you feel, that spirit moving through you. So I think that's where we're headed, and that we don't have to like keep suffering and keep, but it's got to come from in here, right? So, wasn't what I intended, but that's what came through me today. So I hope there was something for you in it. And I totally, thank you, and Happy New Year. We're going. It's happening, guys. All right. So I guess there's no more music, right? Are we going right into our time of giving, I think? But I want to take a deep breath. Yeah. So as our Malama team comes forward, so by the way, our annual meeting is going to be the last Sunday in January, right? Yes.
26th.
Yeah, where we'll be discussing all this money stuff and where the center's going and everything. But I just want to in advance say thank you for sustaining the center this year and for being a presence here. And even when you're not here all the time, and the people online, thank you for what you give. It really helps us to go forward. So thank you. And I think Kyle has a song. Yeah. Thank you.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart. My gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Okay, whatever you want to do with that.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
We just take this moment to just say thank you, each of us, for our lives, for this power and presence of spirit that moves through us, for this beautiful abundance that's here and abundance that we enjoy in our lives, and just knowing that it goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless, and that there's always more, and we are taken care of and guided and guarded and directed at all times. And so it is. So it is.
So we have, we have all that's happening is back on there, but today we have special snacks and birthday cake because it's the end of the month. So just thanks to Kiana, whose birthday was this month as well. And so since we got all those treats, you'll listen to the announcements. So
and stay for the closing
song.
And
stay for the closing song and the gratitude. And here's the deal. Tomorrow, 6:30, choir practice. Food drive continues all year round, which is wonderful. We don't just do it on special occasions. Yoga Flow returns on the 7th, not this Tuesday, but it returns on the 7th. Yeah. And then today, Dances of Universal Peace, and at 3:30, you can come and walk the labyrinth, and then it's at 4.
So we also have special guests today.
But nobody's going to hear you stream. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm giving him 2. Go ahead.
So I hope a lot of you come, and we have somebody special today to open the dance at about
2:50, Kimba Aram is a world-class music healer. She'll be playing her crystal didge. So I recommend coming a little early, not late, for the dance. We'll be in the circle at 4. And the theme is, we are the oneness we have been waiting for, creating the beloved community. And
Great.
it's our New Year's dance.
Thank you.
And Anna Myers has been taking special care of our bulletin board out there. And here's the deal. There is a bulletin board right as you go out there. I don't know how you could miss it, but does everybody know we have a bulletin board out there? Yeah? Well, please use it, because it really helps to inform and get you all of the things. It's a great networking opportunity. It's right out the door. If you want to put something in there, you go to Angela. She has the key. So, also, this Tuesday, New Year's Eve, we make it really nice for you so that you can get to where you're going, whatever you're doing on New Year's Eve. It's at 5 o'clock, and we're having 2 great things. We're having the burning bowl, so I would come earlier than 5 so you could write out what it is, burn it out there, and then we're going to come in here and do the white stone ceremony. If you've ever done it with us, it's wonderful, and walking the labyrinth, and then with that stone. So there's a lot, and we want to really, and then a toast at right when everyone's over. That would be alcoholic, non-alcoholic. That wonderful cider that's at Costco that we just love, don't we, Jonathan? At 5 o'clock on Tuesday, New Year's Eve. And that way everybody can get home to the pets and all of the lovely celebration of the bombing that goes on our... and I know that was sarcastic, but it's okay. It's when you have an animal, you all know. Okay, so Day of Caring is January 3rd from 11 to 3. That's where we come in and clean our house. So if you are absolutely able to do it, it's been very low attended. And that's not to scold you wonderful people at the end of the year, but we really do need volunteers to assist us in this, in running this incredible place. Rita?
Okay, so we're going to continue with the Night of Discovery on January 7th, which is just you coming. That's also been low attendance, but we're going to keep trying it for a couple of months. It's not a class. It's an opportunity to come, and we've had wonderful experiences of just learning about something to do with the science of mind, or something to do that applies to your life. Sometimes we do a reading. Sometimes we just talk about healing. It's just different things.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
It's the first Tuesday of the month at 6. So, and this class that we're going to teach is called Deep Diving into the Science of Mind. Reverend Diane did a wonderful workshop yesterday on how to use this beautiful science of mind every day to bring it into your life. This class is going to dive deeper into the principles that, even the ones I talked about today, so that we can apply them to our life, because that's where it all happens, is applying.
Yeah. And that's on starting January 23rd. And then one thing, there's 4 spots left in the Bringing the Dream Forward. That's the mini retreat that's at the Rev's home. There's feeding. There's a whole bunch of great things. You sign up back there. It was wonderful, the last one. There's people here that did it. It's so intimate. There's only 6 participants. And then I'm going to do this. So January 10th, this is the last, but one of the best. I feel. And that is, this lady wrote her book, and it's called Where Is My Red Dress? And it is on January 10th. At 5 o'clock is the reception from 5 to 6. At 6 o'clock, we will have a presentation. She's going to be singing. We have guests coming up to sing with her. She's going to do that. I'm going to give a little forward to it, and we're going to change it up just a little bit. This is a really important day, and I'm going to let you know why I feel it's important. It looks like it's based going towards women, right? And it is. But if you, as a male, are ever fortunate enough to actually read it, you're not the same male that comes out of reading that book. Trust me. And the reason I'm saying is I'm already seeing the response to Rita, that people are starting to dialogue about this book. And they're starting a women's movement towards about this. And my last little plug for this is not about bashing one another's gender. This isn't about any of that. I'll tell you what it's about. It's about educating us. It's about educating our children. It's about educating our grandchildren on what it is like to be spiritually a male, spiritually a female, but there is history that goes with that. And it's just like let's take a look at it. I am so proud of this book, almost as proud of my own. But I am so proud of her because let me just tell you, as I've told a few people, I thought I went out on a limb. It couldn't even compare to what she did to reveal this in order to help other people. So I am so grateful. So be here on January 10th. What it costs you is make sure reservations, we're going to hold them really close. None of this, at the last minute. I think
because we're having food, so
we're having food.
We want to know who's going to be here.
So important. And then the book signing will be at the end. And the books are here today. They came in early, which is fantastic, because last time I think it was Sue's great book, and we had a question and answer, but nobody had read it yet. So it was hard to have a question. So at least you can skim a little bit ahead of time, and that way when she's here, she'll answer your question. As long as it's not about me, who's in the book as well.
And if you're online,
and if you're online,
it will be live streamed. And
thanks to the wonderful people back here.
I plan to have a Zoom session for people that might want to ask me questions.
So anyway, I'm very excited about that. And so with all of that, I just want to say yes, congratulations. And thank you, Melissa, for coming up here and doing the wonderful thing. Anna and Yana back there. And thank you for taking such care of that bulletin board out there and really allowing it that you want us to utilize it. And then we have Glenn and Sue back there counting up all the abundance. Ron Stover, Leslie David, Kiana, yay, thank you for that. And then Peggy's in the bookstore, ready and willing to get those books and workshops and all of that. And then in the back, who do we have? We have Orion, Karen, Charles, Jonathan. They make it so we can hear, so we can see, so we can share it. And then behind me, part the Red Sea here, that is Kyle and Luis. Give it up, give it up.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
And so we're going to do birthday.
And then go into the closing
and
song.
then go into the, well, no, I'm going to do the closing.
Oh, okay.
And then, so let's do a birthday song for, whose birthday was in December?
My mom's.
Ready? Oh, I know yours was. Okay, you ready?
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
December
dear everybody.
birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. And before we close, let's just take a moment to just celebrate that birth that is within each and every one of us in every moment. That opportunity to love even deeper than we love in this moment. The opportunity to just say thank you for this incredible center that we have all created through this incredible cosmic force of love. And I am so grateful for everything that has transpired, everything that has come up. And what I do know is that we have our practitioners here that will be up in front as well. And if there's something that came up and you need a little extra prayer and a little extra affirming, our practitioners will be up here for you. So let's take this in our heart and allow ourselves to go forward from this moment to the next moment to the next one. I am so grateful for all of our visitors today and everything that has transpired and everyone online. So with that, I just say thank you. I let that be, and so it is.
So give it up to
Kyle
and Luis.
Is this a dance and moving kind of song? Yeah, party!
Don't get your, I have bare feet.
Circulate my love right now. Circulate my love.
Get on your feet.
Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. And it returns
You have to
to
call
me.
your daughter and let her know you joined the club.
Multiplied abundantly. I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy. Circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy. And it
Grab my phone.
returns to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Multiplied
Thank you.
abundantly.
Be still and know I am God. I'm gone.
Circulate nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. Now circulate my
Let your body go.
now. Circulate my love. Circulate my love right now. Circulate my love. And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. Circulate my love right now. Circulate my love. Circulate my love right now. Circulate my love. Oh, I'll circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. Oh, yes, and it returns to me, multiplied abundantly.
Dance interlude. Make sure nobody steps on it. Yeah! Go have birthday cake and snacks.